Alrighty, guys, this is Stat Chat. We're here for our weekly AFL podcast. Next segment on the line, BT's Game of the Week. BT, we do this every week. We pick one game and one game only. But if you haven't got enough time to watch footy, you've got to sit down and watch this game. Where are we this week?
Heading back to Friday night this week. Sydney's got another Friday night game. They're back to their home ground, Sydney versus Richmond. This is going to be a crack game. Sydney's
sucker for punishment, aren't you?
Sydney's they've started to drop off a little bit, and Richmond's definitely on the rise. So I think the winner of this could push for that fourth spot, even the third spot, because I think Fremantle's starting to drop off now. So this is a huge game. I reckon it's going to be an absolute cracker. I was gone over the stats, and normally I have some stats prepared, but there's actually nothing that stood out at all. It was very, very even across the whole.
So what you're telling me is you just haven't really done your research, BT. That's what you're telling me.
I did all my research, mate. I did all. It was Sydney average 96 points, where Richmond averaged 94. Richmond points against is 76. Sydney's points against is 78. Uncontested, there's 2 between it. Contested, I think there's only 1 between it.
I'm impressed. You're not looking at your notes. I'll pay it.
Yeah. Don't worry, mate. I put in the effort for this podcast. I do it.
Oh, very good.
It's going to be a good game.
I want to touch on Sydney here, Steve. They've lost 3 of their last 4, really in a bad patch of form. And I think the midfield is becoming a bit of a problem for them.
Yeah, they'll struggle against Richmond's midfield, I think. Richmond have been good with Dusty coming back. I don't know if he's been playing in the middle too much or if he's sort of been playing up front, but the matchup there in that middle, they'll struggle against Richmond, I think. I mean, two of those 3 recent losses against Brisbane and Carlton are 2 of the top 3 at the moment, so you can maybe give us a bit of leeway there, but the Gold Coast one was bad, so this is going to be a big game for them to get back into the swing of things. But I know you haven't asked me for my pick yet, but I think Richmond win it. I think they're in that better form at the moment.
Tazza, I think one man that's been in really good form for the Tigers, Shai Bolton. Last month, he's kicked 2 goals every game and averaging 22 posies. He is in all-Australian form. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's taken that team to where back to where I think they belong. They're a quality team. I mean, last year was an off year, and yeah, he's the star man. Obviously, with Dusty just coming back in, he's had to take a bit of that. He's been that more midfield forward split kind of guy, chipping in with the goals, and yeah, he's done an unreal job. And now with the support of Dusty coming back in, those 2 should really take it to Sydney.
If you compare Bolton and Dusty, you probably compare them to Parker and Heaney. Yeah, very similar matchups both ways. So, and on form, you would probably Heaney's dropped off a little bit over the last few weeks. I would say Bolton's probably taken his spot in the All-Australian at the moment on that half-forward flank. But the loss of Tom Lynch, it's going to be huge as well. This massive. Yeah. So that's.
I reckon it's pretty serious, don't they? I reckon it's about a month. I think
about a month. Yeah, I was reading today. So Jack Reed, obviously he's going to have to step up. I'm assuming Dusty's going to play a lot more forward this week. So, and because Bolter's out as well, so I don't know who they're going to bring in as another forward. Soldo played predominantly forward after Tom Lynch went down, but they can't just play him up forward. So I'm assuming they're going to bring in another forward.
Talking about Sydney's midfield as well, they're going to be missing, although he's not the important cog he used to be. Josh Kennedy is also out as well. So that's another loss for a Sydney midfield that's not exactly...
Well, he hasn't been playing midfield at all. I don't think he's been half back.
Yeah, but he sometimes gets in there, I think, every now and then.
Yeah, he got obviously, which is obviously still a big loss because they experienced there. Even watching it, because I watched obviously that game Friday night, and he knows how to control the play. So when they're under pressure, he can just slow up the play. Just having the experience is going to be a big loss for them there.
One point to touch on before we do get to our tips, and this would be a positive sign for Sydney fans over the last month. Logan Mcdonald really starting to show why he was that highly picked key forward. I'd say last weekend was his best game at AFL footy. 3 goals, 10 marks, 14 posies. That's what Sydney fans are really looking to see for the heir apparent to Buddy Franklin. So a good sign that they can start to get that second key forward developing, give himself another option up forward to kick to. So that's promising, despite the fact that their form has not been very good over the last month. It'd be fair to say. All right, fellas, tips. BT, who do you like?
I've been going back and forth, and I think I'm going to go Sydney, and I don't know why. I don't have a reason, because I can see it going either way, but I'm just going to go Sydney, because if I ever unsure, I go with the home team.
Steve, you like the Tigers, you said?
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Tigers. I didn't realize Tom Lynch was out, but I'm still sticking with them. As good as he's been for them, he could have kicked a lot more. He can't seem to hit consistent goals or behind. So if you look at it that way, he may not be missed too much.
That's a big call. Tommy Lynch, he's been in very good form. Interesting, Steve. I like it. Very controversial.
I don't deny that he's been in good form, but I mean, he could have kicked way more. 4 behinds, and against the Eagles a few weeks ago, I don't know how many he kicked there, but he kicked a fair few behinds there as well. I think he kicked like 5 or 6 against them anyway, but he could have been in double digits. Like, he could be so much higher. He could be blowing the Coleman way further than, well, he's actually second now, but he could be miles ahead if he just kicked a little bit more straight.
There you go. Take it on board, Tommy. Have the month off. Regroup. Get your kicking right. Tazza, what about you? Who do you like?
I'm going to go with BT. I'm really unsure. For me, it's a 50-50, and I think Sydney, they've got enough being at home. I think they get it done.
Yeah, look, we're going to be split again. We were split a couple of weeks ago. I'm going the Tigers as well. So we're split down the middle. Me and Steve, I'm with you. I just like their form. They've won 4 in a row. It's kind of just getting me back to the premiership era for the Tigers, just the midfield dominance and the pressure that they're generating. I like it. Tigers for me. It's going to be an absolute cracker, though. And we want to hear what you think in the comments below. If you're a fan of either team, let us know. Let us know how excited you are for Friday night footy, because it's good to have awesome games on Friday night, fellas. That's probably one of the big advantages, I think, of this floating fixture at the moment, is that we are getting some good fixtures in primetime games. So, yeah, great to have good footy on Friday night. Let us know in the comments your tips and who you think is going to win.